Everyone's dream when growing up was to drive a GTR one day. I mean, there was only one thing we all googled when growing up, and it was.
Oh, the hub?
Not what I was referring to. Well, let me rephrase. There's two things we all Googled when we were growing up. But what I was referring to was GTR versus Supra. And we all done it. We had the big sides. I was team GTR.
I was team GTR too. And after a year of putting in the hard work, we finally got a GTR.
And it's literally Japan's supercar, which puts most Italian supercars to shame.
There was no other car that we loved more than a GTR. Those iconic taillights are something that brought joy to anyone who saw it drive past. So, let's start with talking about what makes this a supercar killer.
Okay, it's powered by a 3.8 litre V6 twin turbo, and yes, there are a few mods on it, pushes out 500 horsepower, drives via all four wheels, and it has a 6-speed dual clutch transmission.
Price-wise, you can pick up a 2014 GTR anywhere from 134,000 to 190,000. And at that price, the only other competitor would be a 2015 Audi R8, which is within the same price bracket.
Maybe being an Audi fan, I might prefer the R8 over this, but I know Gavin will take the GTR any day. But I will say this, only Nissan is able to make a supercar with a V6 engine, especially back in 2007.
But just because I prefer a German car over this doesn't mean it's not cool. In fact, let me share some of the coolest features of this car.
Let's start with the onboard computer. This is very similar to the R35 GTR. If you look here, you get a bunch of very cool features that are useful on a track. You get your oil temperatures, your boost meter. You also get a G meter, which I will show you. There you go. I mean, how cool is that? Gran Turismo and Nissan worked on this to make this. Not just that, this car has a speed limiter by factory, but when you go into a track, the sat-nav system knows that you're in a track and takes it off automatically. It's also got the coolest drive mode selectors. If you look here, these are your drive mode selectors, so you have to hold it up to jump onto race mode. I mean, we've tested AMGs, we've tested RS cars, we've tested Porsches, but this is the coolest of them all.
Time to take a trip back to 2014 and talk about the exterior design.
Now, in 2024, the Nissan does look a bit outdated. That's only because in 2017 there was a facelift done, which changed the front headlights, and there's a DRL, which the newer cars get. But this does still look good. At the side, 20-inch wheels at the front and the back. One thing a lot of people don't realize is you can't see it in this color, but let's say you got a white GTR, this pillar will still be black to make this hub look a lot cooler, and supercar door handles. That's pretty cool.
You also get plenty of active air on this car. You've got openings on the front and on the wheel arches which help you push air out.
Now let's talk about the back. Now this is what struck love to most of us car guys and car girls. The iconic GTR and Skyline taillights. I mean, look at them. This is one of the best looking rear ends I've seen on a car. And quad titanium tips, which are now an OEM option, but they were upgraded. And a carbon diffuser. Literally. What other car looks better than this? I'm just gonna let you enjoy that for a while. Okay, let's talk about the interior of the GTR. Starting with the steering wheel, as you can see, it is fully custom. Even the paddle shifters are custom, and it feels very, very nice. Real carbon fiber. And if you look at the infotainment system, it is mainly analog, which is good. And one of the favorite features of the car is that's a gear indicator. It lets you know what gear you're on, and that's a very, very cool feature that I love about this car. Now, if you move on to the infotainment system, this is the OEM system. No Android Auto, Apple CarPlay by the factory, but all of this is carbon fiber, and the sound system is Bose, as you can see over here. And if you look at the cabin, you're gonna see that this is not the stock cabin, because this interior was redone by B&B Auto House, which is a custom interior building shop here in Melbourne. And the seats, now they are electronically adjustable and they have a heated option, but then they are not cooled. And this gets a Starlight interior, which I will show you a bit later on with B-roll. But overall, what a beautiful interior. I mean, look at all of this. It's Alcantara and leather, even the back seats. We're not gonna test it out, but how cool is this interior? It's one of the best interiors we've seen on any car, period. Okay, driving R35 GTR, childhood dream coming true.
Yep.
And literally, look at this interior.
Yeah, it is.
One of the best interiors we've seen on a car. The steering wheel.
This is something that you cannot, not everyone can do.
Very first thing, exhaust is loud.
Yep, it is quite
And
loud.
we're currently on sports mode, that's why the exhaust is loud. And the gearbox, now this is a dual clutch system. Let's jump on, we're on 6th gear at the moment. 6th, 5th, forward. There's a bit of a delay on the downshift. Third gear. Shifting up is good.
That's turbo.
Was that the turbo? Nice.
That was a turbo.
So the gearbox. Shifting is pretty good. Downshift there is a bit of a delay because this is a 6-speed, not like a 8-speed, which is a bit more smoother, but still very aggressive. I do love the suspension setup because literally it is so comfortable, even on race mode.
Exactly.
It's so good.
You would expect it to be, you know, a bit harsher, but it's
And let's test out the acceleration for a second. It is so good. I mean, wow, it literally puts a smile on your face. And wow, what a car. We're living a dream. We're driving an R35 GTR. And steering. Now this is an all-wheel drive car, so the steering setup is pretty amazing. I will say this. Very accurate, doesn't understeer, doesn't oversteer. We'll get the owner driving in a bit. Okay, let's talk about the final thoughts of the R35 GTR. Kevin, do you want to start?
Yes. This is going to be a tough one, but it's going to be tough. Yeah, this is perfect. This is one of my dream cars. I will buy this one day. So it's a 10. It's a 11.5 from me. So yeah, it's just perfect. It's beautiful, looks nice. People's heads turned up.
Yeah.
It's just nice. Lots of
The amount of people that came and talked to us today when we were filming. This is a 11-year-old car. This is a 2013 version, but still the relevance this car has is absolutely mental.
Yep.
And my final thoughts is, I think Japan perfected the supercar, literally.
I mean, there's a reason GTR is unnamed either Godzilla or Supercar Killer, because Nissan, they do some vehicles which are questionable.
He said doo-doo.
But this is just beautiful. This is nice.
Yes, I will have to agree. I mean, what an amazing car. Hi, I'm here with Josh. Josh is the owner of Vivid Motorsports and he works at B&B Auto House, which is the custom interior building company.
Yes.
And this car's interior was done by B&B Auto House as well, correct?
Yeah, it was done about 5 years ago.
Yeah. And you've had this car for how long now?
Probably close to 6 years now. So
Dream
it's been
car?
one of my dream car. The longest car I've kept.
Yeah.
I've had a few other performance cars before it that I've modified and stuff, but
Yeah. And we've given it to Josh because he will drive this the way it's meant to. You've owned this car for 6 years, right?
yes.
This should still put a smile on your face.
Yeah, definitely. Every now and then I usually put it in the garage and then I forget about it or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I'll take it out for a nice drive and, you know, definitely puts a smile on my face. For 2 years straight I daily drove this to work and back, and
Yeah.
you know, I put about 40,000 Ks on it within 2 years. So it was my dream car, so I bought it. I was like, I have to use it. There's no point parking it up in the garage and not using it. So.
And like the amount of people that came up to us today, it's crazy. Like the GTR has been there since like what, 2007, since the first
Yeah.
launch. But still to this day, people are coming up like, oh, what a car.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the starlight's on.
So that's the other.
A starlight on a GTR. This might be the only GTR with it.
Probably,
At least in Melbourne.
Yeah. That's the thing with, especially at B&B, like we do anything custom. So if you want anything in your car, we create it from scratch. You know,
Like
carbon
literally
or whatever.
anything interior-wise.
Yeah.
Talk to us about what Vivid Motorsport does.
So Vivid Motorsports started back in 2016. We went to a track day. We weren't happy with the amount of track time that we had or how it was run. So we basically, a couple of us got together and we decided we'll start our own community for car lovers.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we came up with Vivid Motorsports. We do social meets, car meets, club reg, track days, merchandise. And then we're just growing, you know, we like to make a nice little family of people that like cars, motorbikes. motor
And
enthusiast.
is it just in Melbourne or?
Currently, yeah, we're just in Victoria at the moment.
Yeah.
But you know, we're sending merchandise out all over Australia, all over the world.
How do people join your club?
Just jump onto the website, so vividmotorsports.com.au, and all the information's there. So.
Literally. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe.